Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good, and in this video we are going to discuss enterprise system, also known as enterprise information systems. So what is enterprise information system? Let's look into a little bit formal kind of definition and we'll break down these keywords in the definition one by one. So it says enterprise system or enterprise information system is an integrated information system that is capable of supporting business processes and functions of large enterprises or large organizations. So let's look into the keywords. Let's start with business process and functions. This one, business process and functions. So all the organizations have certain kind of business processes and functions that they have to go through, but the common ones that is relatable to all kind of organizations are account and financing, production and manufacturing, marketing, human resources management, customer support or customer management, and logistics, inventory, warehousing, those kind of business processes. So these are some of the, these are not all, but certainly the main ones that is relatable to all kind of organizations. So after this one, let's look into another keyword, which is information system. So what is an information system? It is collection of various components that work together to collect, process, store and distribute data and information. They collect data, they process it, and they store somewhere in the warehouse, and these information system finally distribute data and information. The major components of information system are hardware, software, data, networks, people and procedures. So information system does not only mean software, it is more than that. It is combination of all these components. There has to be data in the software, there has to be hardware where you can run the software, there has to be a network where different systems are connected, and obviously there has to be people who follow certain procedures and they generate or they enter the data. So after information system, you might have noticed there is another keyword here, integrated. Why this integrated? Because the information systems, when you talk about enterprise information system, there are different kinds of information systems, there are different kinds of softwares integrated together. Enterprise systems may have only ERP, or it may have ERP and customer relationship management software, or all of these softwares, or combination of any two from this list. So the word integrated here means it is combination of all or some of these softwares or some of these systems. That's why in the definition we see it says integrated information system that is capable of supporting the business processes and functions of large organizations. I hope now it makes more sense. So in other words, just another form of another way of defining enterprise systems is they are a set of one or more large scale application softwares. All these softwares we saw here, these are application softwares. So this is a set of one or more large scale application softwares that can efficiently manage large volumes of data, because we are talking about large organizations, large enterprises. They generate a large volume of data, and these softwares, these systems should support business processes that we saw just now, the information flow between different departments of the organization, data analytics, the collected data, the accumulated data has to be analyzed properly, and reporting, and obviously many more. Reporting in the sense the system should generate reports which can be usable for managers and executive level employees. So this is another definition. And now let's see why organizations need enterprise information systems. So obviously there are many reasons and there are many benefits of using it, but the core reasons, the main reasons for using enterprise systems are these, not limited to this, but since these are the main ones, I have listed them here. First is island of information, second is mission critical data from the legacy systems. So let's understand these reasons. What is an island of information or information island? So you see, whenever there is an enterprise, there are multiple departments. There isn't a single department or a single employee working there. There are multiple employees working on different departments, and all of these departments independently generate large volume of data. If this data is in isolated form, if the data generated from supplier management department is isolated to all of the remaining departments, production, accounting, marketing, all of them are generating data, but they are not integrated in a single database. They are independent from each other. They cannot be shared among the departments. In this case, they form information island, or also called islands of information. So as you can see in this diagram here, these are the departments and they are generating data which are isolated from each other. So this is one of the reasons. As you see, this is problematic because the departments in the organization need to work together. They need to collaborate. They need to share data with each other so that the business processes can run smoothly. So if this is not happening, for example, the marketing, sales and accounting, these are three different departments, but they need to work very closely. They need to work together. They need to constantly share data with each other. And if they are not able to do so, then the process will slow down and company will obviously not be very much profitable. So in that case, the solution is enterprise system. So this problem is solved by enterprise systems by integrating the data together. And another reason for using enterprise systems is mission critical data from the legacy system. So let's understand these words first. What is legacy system and what is mission critical data? Let's say legacy system. Legacy systems are the old systems that are still useful to us, but they are kind of obsolete. As you can see, the technology is evolving very fast and companies have data and softwares that are being used for many years, for decades you can say. So last 15 years company was using X software. Now the software reached end of life. End of life, that means this software cannot be updated anymore. This software will not work with the current hardware. So this becomes a legacy system now. You can't get rid of that system because the data stored in that software, the database belonging to that particular software, the old one, has very critical data, mission critical data. Mission critical means the data that helps the organization to reach their goal. So this kind of data cannot be get rid of. This has to be integrated somehow with the current system. So this is now in legacy system because the system cannot be updated anymore, but it has to be used. So now this is called a legacy system, and this legacy system has data that has to be integrated with the current new system, new softwares. So this is a problem that many organizations face, and the solution to this problem is using enterprise systems that has backward compatibility, that can integrate the data from legacy system with the new systems or the current systems. So these are two main reasons, as we saw: islands of information and mission critical data from legacy systems. So these are the main two reasons due to which organizations need enterprise information system. So what are some popular enterprise systems, or what are the vendors which provide this kind of application softwares that can run enterprise system? As we saw earlier, it is not only about software, it is also about people, the network, hardware, all of them working together. But the crucial part, the main part, is software, and these softwares are provided by different vendors. There are hundreds of vendors in the market which provide such softwares, but the most popular ones in the market are SAP, SAP, Oracle NetSuite, Salesforce, DataPine, and Microsoft Dynamics. Besides, you have HubSpot, Zoho, and many more, but these are some of the popular ones in the market. So these are the logo of the popular enterprise systems or enterprise softwares, or let's say the vendors of those softwares, logos of them. And in some organizations, if these vendors do not, if the softwares provided by these vendors do not meet the requirement, then some enterprises also go for customized system softwares. Customized, they are built based on the requirement of the organization. Okay, so these are the popular software applications for enterprise systems, and besides, there can also be customized softwares. Let's now see what are the advantages of using information systems. Obviously, there are tremendous advantages. To discuss some of them, a few of them. One is real-time access to data. Instead of waiting for months to get the data, now employees and managers are able to get the data instantly. They have instant access to data as well as information. And sharing of data, as we discussed earlier, multiple departments are now able to share data with each other. That means the business processes becomes much faster, and this increases efficiency, profitability, and productivity. Another is automation of business processes. So there are multiple business processes running in an enterprise, and without softwares or systems like these, all the processes are manual. They are slow. If they are done manually, they are slow. But with enterprise systems properly implemented, processes like inventory management, logistics, customer services, and many other processes, they become automated to a large extent. Not 100% automated obviously, but with very little, very minimal human intervention. Now the productivity increases. If productivity increases, profitability is also going to increase. Report generation. So from the existing data, from accumulated data, different kinds of reports has to be generated so that the top level executives see those reports on a regular basis. So without enterprise system, this has to be done manually. If you do it manually, there are chances of mistakes. The process is very slow, and report generation takes time, and there is a limit to the creativity you can use to generate the reports. But if you use enterprise system, now reports in the form of spreadsheets, statistical values, graphs, etc. are auto generated by the softwares, and they are more accurate and reliable than the ones generated manually. So with the help of this report, the organizations can do a better planning, and they can also do a better data analysis. So these are a few advantages, and besides, you can also say data security is increased, the data quality is enhanced, quality of data is more reliable and enhanced now, and this leads to employee satisfaction. Again, it also helps in increased loyalty from the customers. If the customer management and customer relationship becomes stronger, then customers will be more loyal to that organization. So with these things, the organization will have competitive advantages. Obviously, there are a few disadvantages also. I would say very few, because compared to advantages, these are nothing. But still, there are a few disadvantages or drawbacks or challenges while implementing enterprise information systems. One is cost. Obviously, initially the cost is very high for implementation. Another is change management. Change management means changing how people think. So the employees who are used to the traditional methods, you have to train them, you have to change their mind, you have to change their mindset, so that now they start using the automated systems, the enterprise system, and this change management is very difficult in large organizations. And these enterprise systems also need experts and highly trained employees. The softwares like SAS, Salesforce, Oracle, these softwares cannot be used by normal, the people who are not trained in that specific field. There is a learning curve. Everyone has to go through that learning curve. And security risks are there. If data is not secured correctly, if the data management is not done properly, in that case there are risks related to security, the data security. So these are some of the disadvantages. I hope you understood it. If you have any doubts, you can let me know in the comment section.